I'm Jen Piacenti with Fantasy Alarm. Welcome back to my hot corner. So, that Field of Dreams game was completely gimmicky, and I loved every minute of it. Well, except for the part with Jolbeck broadcasting when I really wanted James Earl Jones. Oh, and the giant Geico banners, but I digress. Major League Baseball proved that a regular season game could be an event, complete with ninth inning walk-off heroics courtesy of Tim Anderson. Only thing that would have made it better is if Shoeless Joe Jackson had emerged from the corn with Jose Abreu's home run ball. So, ratings? Check. And of course, MLB announced it's decided to do it again, and this time with a small market team. I mean, okay. Not sure we'll have quite the same thrill with the Cubs, a team that just burned itself to the ground, and the Reds. But you do you, MLB. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. We can only help so much. Okay, we're coming down the stretch for our fantasy baseball seasons, and I have to tell you, in a few leagues where I've been struggling a bit, I'm starting to make some major moves up the standings. It just shows you people are checking out, or maybe they have fatigue, or maybe they just aren't paying attention to the details. And the details include the waiver wire. Remember, this is the part of the season where we start thinking sprint and not marathon. So on that note, let me point out a few waiver wire ads that could help at least in the short term. Okay, we saw Tristan Mckenzie fall just 4 innings short of a perfect game on Sunday. He threw 8 shutout innings and struck out 11. Now, sure, it was versus the Detroit Tigers, who are prone to swing and miss, but maybe Mckenzie is starting to live up to his pedigree. He's allowed only 5 total runs over his last 3 starts, and he's available in 50% of Yahoo leagues. He's worth an ad. Vladimir Grutieres continues to quietly put together a solid season in Cincinnati. We mentioned him a few months ago in this video. Well, last night, he held the Cubs to 2 runs while striking out 7. In his last 7 starts, he has a 3.02 ERA and a 1.32 whip. Next up is the Marlins, who have the second highest strikeout rate in the league since the All-Star break. Gutierrez is available in 50% of Yahoo leagues. Huascar Ynoa had a successful return from the IL this week. He was probably dropped. He should be available. He went 5 1/3 innings, allowing 3 hits and only 1 walk while striking out 4. His season ERA now sits at only 2.70 with a whip of 1. And he plays for a surging team. I'm in. He's available in 40% of leagues. You know who else is available? Nick Pavetta. Friends, it's time to buy in. Now, I hope I don't regret this as he faces the Yankees tonight, but since his All-Star break, he has an ERA of a 3.86 with 2 wins and 26 strikeouts. Across the past 2 weeks, he surrendered only 1 run across 12 innings pitched with 13 punchouts. Just do it. And speaking of the Yankees, how about that Nestor Cortes? Cortes is worth a flyer pitching for a Yankees team that finally seems to be catching fire. Now, of course, he may or may not return to the rotation, even at all, but I like him as a stash. He has a 2.55 ERA with 55 strikeouts across 49 innings pitched this year. And finally, Steven Matz may have finally found his groove in Toronto. Now, of course, it's always risky to roster a player that's home ballpark is the Rogers Center, but I'm no longer targeting hitters against Matz in my DFS lineups. That's huge. Since the All-Star break, Matz is 3-3 with a 2.43 ERA and 26 strikeouts. Now, a quick note on some hitters too. I mentioned Connor Joe in last week's video, and Joe continues to produce, batting .329 with 7 home runs, 19 RBI, and an OPS of over 1,000 since the All-Star break. He has an ideal home ballpark in Colorado. He's eligible at both first base and outfield, and he's available in 87% of leagues. And come on, it's a no-brainer. And speaking of hot, did you notice Bobby Jolbeck is hitting .387 with 3 homers and 12 RBI over the past 2 weeks? It's true. Jolbeck is available in 83% of leagues. And finally, in deeper leagues, keep your eye on two Astros hitters making noise at the bottom of the order. Chas McCormick is batting .318 with a home run and a stolen base across the past 2 weeks, and Jake Myers is also batting .318 with a 2-home run game, including a grand slam. Both outfielders are available in 98% of Yahoo leagues. MLB may be winding down, but NFL is just getting started. Be sure to get our NFL Pro package with everything you need to dominate your leagues. Cheat sheets, rankings, sleepers, busts, and more. It's 50% off with code JEN today.